All right, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Mr. Rotimi. How was your weekend? God bless you.
Very, very fine and wonderful. And yours?
Give glory to God. Thanks.
All right. Good morning to every other person on the platform. It's another day, it's another week.
Good
Morning,
morning.
Mr. John, Mr. Cletus, Madam Onaji,
Baba,
Mike.
good morning.
Good
This week
morning,
again.
Mr. Abu Emmanuel, Shubande Wasiu. You're all welcome on board this morning.
Good morning,
All
Thank
sir.
right,
you.
so morning,
Yeah.
sir. Morning to everyone. You're welcome. Okay, so today is Monday, 11th of March, 2024. And we're having our morning market outlook, morning analysis rather, and we also is actually simultaneously reviewing the weekly outlook, what is expected to happen, in the course of the week. So we start with the fundamentals, then we go straight to the technicals. NFP happened on Friday, and the result was, was somehow it's really went sideways, you know, but notwithstanding, we still have another opportunity this week. Sometimes it happens like that. And I mentioned it that sometimes if the results is not exactly what you're expecting, there's a conflict that you should stay out. We actually saw some conflict on the dollar, which is what led to the spike. But then if you add unclear result exactly, so if you didn't trade last Friday or you traded and you didn't get a good result, relax. There is another opportunity this week, to trade the market. And that's what I'm presenting in this week's market outlook. You can see, from the last week results, I don't know if I can show you here. The last week result gave us about 820 pips. I'm sure you could have seen that, in your WhatsApp group where I posted the update from last week as we were preparing for what to do this, what we're looking at this morning. We got 820 pips. I mentioned last week that I was bearish on the dollar, and most of the news on the dollar, except for NFP, most of them really went in line, pushing the market in the direction of the forecast. So we hopefully believe that this week we'll be able to repeat the same thing and get good trading opportunities in the market. So let's look quickly at the fundamentals, then we'll go to the technicals. Now, yesterday, Sunday, we had the daylight savings time shift in from Canada and the United States. So I think going forward now, the crossover time to the new day should be 10 p.m., possibly from tonight. So instead of 11 p.m. that we've been having before, we should be having 10 p.m. from tonight. So please take note of that, so that we know that the time is going to be adjusted. If it's already reflected here, USD news used to come out 2:30 p.m. before. It has reverted back to the old time of 1:30 p.m. So take note of that, so that if you want to trade, you'll not be having the mind that it's 2:30. It's now 1:30. Dollar news is now 1:30. So all the timing for all the news have been shifted backward by 1 hour. Now, this thing happens like this every year. By the new month, the beginning of the new month in March, we have a changeover in the daylight savings till the end of October. So by the ending of October, we'll revert to what we were using before, which is the 1 hour time interval. That means market starts starting by 11 p.m. But from now till ending of October, the market will start by 10 p.m. in the night. Then all the events, all these events have specific time. Like most of the time, GDP news during this period we are in now is 8 a.m. But from October, it's going to be 9 a.m. Dollar news is 1:30 p.m. But from October ending, it's going to be 2:30 p.m. So take note of all this so that you can better prepare for all these news events. So right in the middle of the night, 12:50 a.m., there was GDP quarterly from Japan that already was released. Actual was less than forecast. And so, aside that, there's no tradable fundamental event today. So that means the market is open for technicals. Now, there are two sides to this. The market is open for technical trades, but it all depends. Now, the rollover effect of the NFP could still move the market today. Otherwise, as it move the market technically, otherwise, the market may just be quiet. It could be either ways, but then we are prepared for whichever one, comes. And tomorrow, Tuesday, we have two news events coming from the UK. That's claimant count change from the United Kingdom and average earnings index. Both of them coming up by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, one is high impact, the other is medium impact. So both of them combined together should be able to give a considerable level of volatility. So let's watch out for this tomorrow morning. It should be a tradable news. And I also have some technical setup, ahead of this event. So I'll show you that as we do the, technical side of the analysis. So if for both of them, the actual is greater than forecast, it means the pound will buy. And if the actual is less than forecast, it means a pound will sell. But then tomorrow morning, we'll look more into that. And now this week is filled with a lot of, in fact, 99.9% of USD news. It's like all other countries are just, on holiday this week. We have more than 90% of all the news this week is United States based. I've had to check my filter to be sure that I did not filter anything off. All the countries are, the currencies are there, high impact, medium impact. I didn't filter anything off, but it's like most of the countries are just on break this week, except for US and the UK, So tomorrow, Tuesday again, we have cost CPI year bond auction from the United States, for events volatility on the USD. So let's on Wednesday, we have another news event from the UK, again by 8 a.m. And by 6 p.m., we have 30-year bond from the United States. And on Thursday, all day long, it's USD news by 1:30 p.m. In fact, this Thursday, you should expect a lot of volatility on the dollar. We have the core PPI, core retail sales, PPI, retail sales monthly, and unemployment claims all on Thursday. This is expected to bring about a lot of volatility on the dollar. And on Friday, we have the Empire State Manufacturing Index and the Industrial Production Monthly. So that's all for the news this week. Let's just watch out. So we have more of the dollar-based news. I'm going to flip over now to the technicals to see what we have technically for this week. So I've switched over to my MetaTrader and we're going to start with the dollar index. Okay, before we go ahead into the dollar index, I think I should just do this first rather. I told you we have two news events, from the pound tomorrow. So we can plan ahead, uh, this event coming up so close tomorrow morning. Just a minute, just give me a minute, please. Let me do something here. So I have two set up on GBP card and GBP New Zealand ahead of the news from the UK tomorrow. And that should be a swing setup even for the better part of the week. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the GBP New Zealand. Okay, I can't seem to find it, but then I can always, open a fresh one. I understand how the pattern is. So we'll quickly look at GBP New Zealand. There's a very interesting setup right there, which, I strongly believe will lead to a breakout. All right, so this is GBP New Zealand on the daily time frame. All right, so this is GBP New Zealand on the daily time frame, and we have price hit a resistance. hit the resistance level on the daily time formation of, and this will lead to, if you look at selling GBP New Zealand. So let's take note of that. If the news tomorrow does not favor the pound, your sure bet is to sell GBP New Zealand. We have a resistance on the daily time frame and, a head and shoulder being formed on the 4-hour. This should lead, to a major bearish breakout. My line is breaking. Okay, is it better now? Sorted it out. Is my voice better now? I want to get a feedback, please.
Yes, your voice is very clear, sir.
All right. Thank
Your voice is clear.
you very much. Okay, so that's my first review this morning, GBP New Zealand. Let's watch out for this. It's also in the weekly market outlook. I've dropped it in, majority of the WhatsApp groups. Just pick it up there, and you can also take note of the entry, for this particular setup. And the next I'll look at is the GBP card. Now, it should also be noted that this GBP New Zealand, aside the news coming tomorrow, is actually a swing setup. But then if you want to trade it for the news, it's still perfect. But for other people who are swing traders, this is equally another opportunity for you to get, a solid trade that will lead you into profit. Entry will be made at the break of the neckline. But then you can just refer to the weekly outlook. You have all the entry with all the Fibonacci levels and the take profit level. Everything I've put it in the weekly market outlook so that you can just use it as you find it there. Okay, Shubandi, I see is saying no audio. So, Mr. Shubandi, please, can you check your device? Because every other person, I believe, can hear me. Kindly check your device.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Check it. All right, all right. Is that Mr. Shubandi Wasi? Okay. Log in and log out. All right. So let me just drop that for him. All right. So that's it on GBP New Zealand. The next instrument I want to look at is GBP card, and that is also having a setup, though not as perfect as that of the GBP New Zealand, but something is forming, on that one also. All right. Thank you, Mr. Shola. Okay, I think GBP card should be somewhere around here. Just pardon me, I have so many instruments to analyze, so sometimes I have to take some minutes to flip through. Now, this is GBP card on the 4-hour time frame. And let me remove all these lines. These are the Fibonacci levels. Now, if you go to the daily time frame, we can clearly see that price. Let's even start from the weekly. From the weekly time frame, you can see that price, hit a resistance level on the weekly time frame 3 consecutive times. So if we flip down to the 4-hour time frame, we can see we have a rising wedge. Now, this is a swing setup, for those who are swing traders. However, it's also tradable if the news tomorrow comes out not to favor the dollar. Sorry, not to favor the pound. You can see the GBP New Zealand is looking bearish. The same thing, the GBP card is equally looking bearish. It has a bearish sentiment. So let's take note of that. If by tomorrow the news does not favor the pound, you can sell, either of the GBP card or the GBP New Zealand. Again, for this one also, you can refer to the weekly outlook manual. You have all the Fibonacci levels, which you can use both for entry, for take profit, for this particular, trade setup. So I'm bearish biased on the GBP card, just like I am on the GBP New Zealand. So I'll go now to the dollar, because we have a very interesting setup on the dollar index. Now, this is the dollar index on the 1-hour time frame. Okay, I think I've not removed the Fibonacci from all these things. So let me just clean it off so that it doesn't confuse some of us. Okay, so NFP has come and gone, though the effect is still lingering in the market. And we can clearly see that last week, Friday, after the NFP, the day closed with a rejection candle, a very strong pin bar, not just the pin bar, not just rejection candle, but even the doji on the daily time frame where the shadow is facing downwards. Now, on a closer look, we can clearly see that we have a key level right here. We have a support, turned resistance, turned support, turned support. So technically, price is to make its way up. Technically, we're to have a bullish, movement in price, at least this week. Now, that this week is subjective, even will be some few days, but I can see a possible bullish movement on the dollar index. And before I start adding the trend line, I'm also seeing the formation of an inverse head and shoulder pattern, which should lead to a bullish breakout, on the dollar index. And if we go further, we can draw the second trend line, and it can attach itself to this other side. So this clearly gives us a falling wedge. So on the daily time frame, we have a key level, a support on resistance, resistance on support. And on the 1 hour, we have an inverse head and shoulder information. And also we have a falling wedge. So everything is pointing out to a bullish, breakout on the dollar index. So if the dollar index is going bullish, so that means that technically all the currency pairs where the dollar is the base currency, we expect them, to also go bullish in the course of the week. So I'm bullish biased on the dollar index this week. Don't forget last week I said I was bearish biased because that is what I saw. It's a technical analysis, what you see. Last week was bearish. We saw that the market went bearish. But this week, at least before all the news this week, what I'm saying is a technical and is a bullish setup. So that's what we take. Now, this can change depending on the outcome of the news in the course of the week. But before that happens, at least we will have some considerable bullish movement, in which case, if you use the Fibonacci, to look at our profit levels, at least some part of the Fibonacci levels will already have been hit, even possibly to maybe Fibonacci 1.8. And with that, our analysis will still have been valid. You understand? So I still maintain my bullish bias on the dollar for this week. So we're going to now check the instrument, the specific instruments we will look at trading if the dollar really goes bullish. And the first I'm looking at is going to be the USDCHF. The USDCHF. Now, the USDCHF is having a similar pattern just like the dollar index, because on the daily time frame, we can see that last Friday also closed as a doji, as a rejection candle, a pin bar, can be any one of them. That's what we can see. It closed as a rejection candle on the daily time frame. And on the same daily time frame, we can clearly see the formation of a strong support. From a previous rejection candle, we have a strong support level here, which can ensure price, makes a bullish movement in the course of the week. So if you flip down to the 1 hour time frame, we can clearly see the formation of an inverse head and shoulder pattern, which will lead to a bullish breakout. So just like the dollar index, I'm equally bullish biased on the USDCHF. You can refer to the weekly outlook for the entry and the take profit levels. And thirdly, we'll look at the Euro USD. The Euro USD. All right, so this is Euro USD on the 1 hour time frame. We'll start from the daily. Last week, Friday also closed as a rejection candle. And around that rejection candle, we have a resistance zone. Okay, Mia's iPhone is saying, I hope the USD CHF is not swing. No, it's not swing, it's intraday. Okay, let me just emphasize on this. The dollar index, the USD CHF, the Euro USD, they are all intraday. That means they are tradable in the course of today. The ones that were swing are the first two I mentioned, that is GBP CAD and GBP New Zealand. Those ones are swing. But the dollar index, the USD CHF, Euro USD, they are intraday setup. So they are expected to break out in the course of today. Or latest tomorrow, but they are intraday, they are not swing. All right, so on the daily time frame for the Euro USD, we have price hit a resistance zone, forming a rejection candle. And on the 1 hour, we can clearly see a trend line being formed right here. Agbo Emmanuel, so you will drop the signal. I already dropped the signal. Check the weekly outlook. Sometimes every you have to keep dropping. I've given you a weekly outlook that contains entry, take profit. That's a signal. Just go and use it. I don't need to drop anything special again. I've done all the work for the week. So just, you can pick it up. And please, you don't need to trade all of them. You may just pick a few. Like if you want to take the main dollar ones, you can take USD CHF, buy USD CHF, or you sell Euro USD. Don't model both of them together. Okay, so on the daily time frame, we have price hitting a resistance zone, and on the 1 hour, we have a rising wedge and a head and shoulder information, which should lead to a bearish breakout. So we have a bearish outlook on the Euro USD. So that's the direction this is going to go. Like, again, you can use your Fibonacci. Now, I'll be dropping the video on Fibonacci immediately after this class. I've done the video. I think I need to do a few editing. Okay, let's just say today. You can check latest by 12 o'clock today. I need to just do a few editing to make it more presentable. But latest by 12 midday today, you will get the video on Fibonacci, how to use Fibonacci to set your entry and take profit. You'll get it in my YouTube channel. So if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can just do that. Go to YouTube and type Learn Forex with Rotimi Olawale, or you type Rotimi Olawale FX. It will bring on my channel. You can join, and you can subscribe rather, and make sure you click on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I drop a new video. So you can search for the video on Fibonacci strategy, simple Forex Fibonacci strategy. Now, last week I dropped the video on how to use pending orders. I saw people watch the desktop version. There's also the Android version, and check it under YouTube Shorts. Sorry, that's the PU profit scanner. So for the Android version, I dropped the video on the Android version also, same last week. But I saw that people are not watching that much. Most of you, I believe, are using phones. So I will advise you go back to my YouTube channel and watch the video on how to use your pending order on your phone or your mobile device. Go under YouTube Shorts. That's where you have it. It's just a 1-minute video. Just go there and watch it so that you can have a better understanding. If you're using both laptop and phone, perfect. Watch both of them. But if you're using phone alone, watch the one for the Android. It will really help you a lot. All right, so back to what I was saying. So we have the head and shoulder information, and we expect price to drop. Now, I've drawn the Fibonacci levels here, but you can just get you can go back to the weekly outlook. You have the exact entry and the take profit levels. This is expected to sell, intraday in the course of today. So I'm bearish biased on Euro USD. And the next instrument I want to analyze is AUD/USD. I say all of them are having the same pattern. Okay, this one already has a Fibonacci level. Maybe I should not even clean it off again. So for AUD also, we have price hit a resistance. Now, these are all the fallout of the NFP. Even though the NFP didn't come out as expected, it's still giving us an opportunity, to make profit. This is AUD on the daily time frame. Last week, Friday closed as a rejection candle on the daily time frame, and that's at the zone, a resistance zone. And on 1 hour, we also have, you can see something peculiar this morning, right from the dollar index, we had an inverse head and shoulder, USD CHF, inverse head and shoulder, Euro USD, head and shoulder, and AUD USD also, head and shoulder. So that tells you that, we are focusing a lot on the patterns because that is what the market is giving us. And we can use that to our advantage to trade the market profitably. So I'm bearish on AUD USD also. And the next instrument I'll look at is, I think that should be gold. I'm using the weekly outlook manner. Okay, New Zealand USD. All right. So New Zealand USD is next. And that one also, again, a resistance on the daily and a head and shoulder information in 1 hour, which should lead to a bearish breakout. Please take note, all these are intraday. Dollar index, USD CHF, Euro USD, AUD USD, New Zealand USD, they are all intraday. So please take note of them in the course of today. They are all intraday, so they are tradable. New Zealand USD is bearish. And next instrument I'll look at is gold. So those who are gold traders, you have, your gold. Some of them, I know some of you are already chatting me up. I should talk about gold. Yeah, this is gold. Okay, this one is not so clear. So let me clean off the setup, then I'll draw it again. On the daily time frame for gold, on the daily time frame for gold, we have an ascending trend line touching up to last week, Friday. We are not forcing the lines, but we can clearly see price touching the trend line the first time, second time, or the third time there was a rejection. And last week, Friday, price touched that level again. So we expect a rejection. We expect price to go bearish again this week. So that's what we have on the daily time frame. Now, if we flip down to 1 hour, I can see the formation of a shoulder, a head, a second shoulder, and a breakout. So we have a head and shoulder pattern in formation on 1 hour time frame. Go ahead to draw a trend line on this. So we have a rejection on daily time frame. We have a head and shoulder information on 1 hour, and we have a rising wedge. Perfect, confluence for a reversal. So I'm bearish biased on the dollar, on gold. Mind you, the dollar index is bullish and gold is negatively, correlated towards the dollar index, meaning that if the dollar index is buying, gold will be selling. So if the dollar index has, a bullish potential, then we should expect a bearish on gold. So this formation is just in line with the analysis, for the dollar index. The opposite of it is expected to happen to gold. So if you're there, you're a gold trader, get ready. We're expecting a bearish breakout on gold in the course of, today. It's intraday. So it should happen today. However, if the volatility is low, it may happen, but the profit taken may be tomorrow. But whichever way, we are bearish on gold. And you can use a Fibonacci, or you refer to the, weekly outlook for the Fibonacci levels that you can use as entry. For me, I'll use Fibonacci 23 as my entry, and profit potential is expected to go to Fibonacci 38, which will give about 168 pips. Fibonacci 50 can give as much as 299, or let's say around a figure 300 pips. and Fibonacci 61.8 could give as much as 437 pips. So we're expecting a massive breakout, on golds. And don't sleep on this, don't miss it. If you're there, you're a gold trader. And this, like the other ones, they are all intraday setup. They are all 1 hour. Dollar index, USD CHF, Euro USD, AED USD, New Zealand USD, and gold. They are all intraday setup. Okay, I think I'm done with the intraday setup, and think the next one I'll now face is the swing setup. And I've mentioned GBP CAD as a swing setup, GBP New Zealand as a swing setup. Then the next I'll check now, which is swing, is the BTC, the BTC USD. I think Mia's iPhone is excited because that's what you just typed in. All right, now for BTC USD, let me start this all over. I want to be as clear as possible on this. Now, last week, price, got to an all-time 3-year high. The last time price got as high as 68,000 was 2021. That was 3 years ago. Now, price, actually hit 68,000 last week. I think some even said 69. Yeah, got as high as 69, which is even above the previous high. Now, when you have such bullish breakout like that, two things could happen. Price could make a new high, or there could be a retracement before that bullish continuation. Those are the possible scenarios. But then I'll tell you what I'm seeing currently, because we can use this, previous high as a resistance for the current candle that we're seeing on the monthly time frame. So we have a resistance zone up there, right from the monthly time frame, then to week, to daily, to weekly, to daily, now to 4 hour. Now we can see that price, when price hits that, 68,000 initially, there was a retracement. Price hits it again this time around. There was, a battle between the bull and the bear. You can see that in this candle. Then the bulls tried to take over. Then he's trying to find his way up. And currently I'm seeing a pattern information. I'm seeing a shoulder, a head, a second shoulder, and a possible bearish breakout. Now that's what I'm seeing on the currently. I'm seeing the head and shoulder information. Now that's on one side. There's also the other side, because you can see that price currently is resting on that monthly resistance. Its prices, the monthly resistance is acting as a support currently. But technically, I'm seeing a head and shoulder on 4 hour, which is expected to be a swing and a bearish breakout. But then on the other side, this whole place can equally be a zone, a resistance zone, with price resting currently as an old monthly resistance as a support. Now, take note of this if you're a BTC trader. If price breaks out above this minor resistance, then the bullish continuation, that's what we're going to see. Price will continue really bullish, on the BTC. Don't forget, on the 4 hour time frame, our RSI is clearly above 50. It's at 56. MACD is above 0. So the trend is still strongly bullish. So if price breaks this minor resistance, the bullish continuation will happen. However, if price is unable to break that resistance upwards, but if it breaks below this current, resistance downwards, then the formation of that head and shoulder will be completed, and we'll see a downward, movement on price. So currently, BTC is at, the verge of either being bullish or being bearish. So it all depends on what happens in this zone. So this zone determines the next thing. Either a breakout upwards will be bullish, or a breakout downwards will be bullish. However, what I have in the weekly outlook, I have more of the bearish, sentiment on it, because I actually see more of a head and shoulder. So you can look at that and use the Fibonacci to gauge, potential entry. I think I put my potential entry at Fibonacci 23.6, hoping to see a breakout downwards, all things being equal. But like I said, however, if that doesn't happen, then we could experience a bullish break, in that direction. So I'm in between on BTC. Do I favor more of the bearish outlook? But then let's just see what the market will do. Ernest Lawrence, please, I did not say you should take a trade now. Please refer to your weekly market outlook. I already put the entry. The safe entry is already there. If I want you to make an entry, I'll be very clear that answer. When we're doing analysis, we're looking at potential, that could happen later. The head and shoulder is still in formation. So even if we're going to use head and shoulder, it's not complete yet. So if we are to trade head and shoulder pattern, the neckline will be right here. And it means you have to wait for price to break out below the neckline before you can make an entry. And that has not happened yet. And please, if you have not been trading BTC before, this setup or this signal is not for you. BTC can be extremely volatile. Those who trade it, they know how to do it. They can handle the volatility, and they equally have the required trading capital to trade it. So it's swing. If you're an intraday trader, please, this setup is not for you. Don't just bother to go there if you're an intraday trader. It's not for you. And even for those who are trading swing, you know that swing with BTC can be, volatile. So please try to manage the volatility as much as possible with the proper risk management. All right, so I've done BTC. Then the next instrument I want to look at is the DJ30. I think that should be the last one. The DJ30, that's the Dow Jones. If you're yet to, subscribe to our Signal channel on Telegram, please do so. It's still free till the 15th. That's just some few days from now. It's still free till the 15th. That's until Friday this week, after which you might need to, top up your account. If you're an existing client, you need to top up with $100. And if you're a new client altogether, you need to fund with $200 to get into the Signal group. On the Signal group, we give you signals directly from our PU profit scanner. We're going to take a look at a few trade setup on the profit scanner, as we try to round up this class. So this is DJ30, and on DJ30, let me start this all over so that I know some of you may not get what I did over there. On DJ30, we have a symmetrical triangle pattern, and we are waiting for the breakout. Now, for a symmetrical triangle, price can break out on either side. If price breaks out upwards, it's a bullish trade. If price breaks out downwards, it's a bearish trade. Like I always tell people, this is one of the simplest patterns you'll find in forex trading, and I think currently is the only pattern that I'm conscious of at this moment. Let me use that word, where price actually breaks out, on both sides. So if price breaks out downward, if price breaks out, now you can refer to your weekly outlook for the exact entry. But then I think if price breaks out below this current support, then it's a sell, and you can target the next support level as your first take profit and the second support level as your second take profit. The same way price breaks out above this resistance up here, it's a buy, and the next resistance becomes your first take profit level, and the other one becomes your second take profit level. So in other words, a breakout upwards is a buy, a breakout downwards is a sell. All right, so that's the DJ30. And that will be all for my analysis this morning. Okay, so Olubodun Jamil, kindly give me a chart on your request. Sonny Chooks, I'm not seeing any formation on Euro USD yet. So you don't need to say any formation. I've told you the one that is there. It's a head and shoulder pattern on Euro USD. It's a head and shoulder, and it's expected to break out. The second shoulder is not yet fully formed, so it's still in formation. But we have seen the first one, so I expect the second one to form and break out downwards. Like I said, you can refer to the weekly Outlook manual for the exact entry and take profit levels. Sorry, we're not dropping a Telegram link here. You need to reach out to your account manager who will add you to that group. It's a specialized group, so no links will really be dropped about it like that. Reach out to your account manager, they will add you. Euro USD is 1 hour. Is 1 hour time frame. All right, so we'll go briefly to look at the profit scanner. Then I'll attend. If you have any other instruments you want me to analyze, please just drop it. I'll attend to them. Let's just quickly go to the profit scanner to see any setup that is available at the moment. Now, the profit scanner can be a tool to even filter some of the things that we do on the on the price action strategy that I use. So peradventure you are there, you are not really getting the price action thing, the support and resistance trend line and chart patterns and all those things. Just relax. The profit scanner is there for you. That's why this was designed and done in such a way that it makes forex trading very, very simple. It's a simplified way to trade. As long as you can identify colors, you are good to go. So I gave a bearish outlook on Euro USD with my own strategy. And I'm on the profit scanner now, and we can see the red arrow pointing downwards. The other indicators are already red, which is indicative of a bearish trade. And the the stochastics are all pointing downwards. But then the only thing I would advise we do is I will wait for a clear, because we have a trend line right here. Personally, I will wait for price to break out below the trend line, and I will trigger from there. I will trigger a sell on Euro USD. So this is a confirmation. It's a confirmation that the profit scanner is lining up with our price action strategy. So that's a good one. We have an upcoming sell trade on Euro USD, just as we have it on the profit scanner. We have it on our price action trade setup. The same thing on the AED USD. Price is we already have seen, the red arrow has happened a little earlier. Currently price is moving around. You can see the moving averages are already facing downwards, and we have a blue. We have one of the indicators turning blue-red. If we have a perfect red and price is able to break out below this level, they will clearly trigger a sell on AED USD. So again, the profit scanner is lining up with what we have with our regular price action strategy. So this is one of the reasons why you need to get, this tool. It simplifies trading for you. So we just wait. If that can happen, maybe by 8 o'clock, we'll check again. You can see the setup, then we'll take the trade. If not, we will just have to exercise a little patience. Let me check gold. Okay. For gold, you can see the red arrow is already pointing down. These other two indicators are red, except the third one is still blue. So this is still, market is still a bit quiet. Market is quiet, but if you join, that's why you need to be in that group. Reach out to your manager now that you want to join the Telegram group where we drop signal on the profit scanner. Because once the signals are arrived to trade, we'll drop the signal in the Telegram group. So if you're on that group, you will see it. Currently, the signal is still in formation. It's yet to be arrived for trading. You can see we're waiting for one more bar to turn red for us to trigger a sell on gold and even on the other one. So immediately we finish this class in like 10 minutes time, reach out to your account manager to add you to the Telegram group. And like I said earlier, till the 15th of this month, Telegram group is free, but from next week, you will need to fund your account. We are not buying anything. We're not selling anything to you. It is still your money which you will use to trade. So if you're already a funded client, from next week, you need to fund with a minimum of $100 to remain in that group. And if you're a completely new client, you need to fund a minimum of $200 to remain in that Telegram group. People are on the group and they are getting signals and making profit. So don't be left out. How do I deposit? You can reach out to your account manager or you can chat me privately after this class. I will send you the account details so for you to fund. You can reach me through the WhatsApp number that I use in dropping the link to this class. You can reach me through that immediately after this class. Like I said, we're not dropping the Telegram link group link here. You need to reach your account manager to add you to that group. Mayor's iPhone, just reach out to me. We can talk. Okay. Richard is saying, I don't have an account manager. If you don't have an account manager, you are not sure your account manager is, just reach out to me through the WhatsApp number through which I reach out. I drop the link for this WhatsApp class. I will attend to all of you. Just reach out to me through that WhatsApp number. Exactly. You need to be there for daily confirmation. Exactly. That's why you need to be in that group. All right. In the next 10 minutes, I want to attend to individual analysis requests using my price action. Just drop it right now. I'll attend to about 3 and we'll close for this morning. So I'll flip my screen now back to the regular empty full screen so that we can look at setups if you have anyone you want me to analyze for you. Now, if you want to add the profit scanner directly, you don't want to join any group. If you are an existing client, just fund the $100 now, and I will install the profit scanner for you. If you're a completely new client, fund your account now with $200, and you will have the profit scanner installed. I will personally install it on your laptop for you. Please take note, this profit scanner works on the laptop. It's on a laptop for now. Over time, we're going to get the one that can work on mobile devices. But for now, it's for the laptop. So if what you have is just a phone, that's why you have to join that group so that you get the signal there. But if you have the laptop, you want to have the software all to yourself. So for that person that's saying that your account manager said you have to fund, yes, if you want it installed for you, you have to fund. But if you just want to join the group to receive the signal, that one does not require installation. That one, just join now. Then from the 15th, you will need to fund in order to be able to keep receiving the signal in that group. That one will do the analysis for you, will drop the signal. If you have the software, you can analyze by yourself. We'll teach you how to do that. And it's always on your system. You can always take your signals at your own convenience. Okay, Mia's iPhone, BTC is going up. I believe you're asking if you should buy. The answer is no. I said until it breaks the resistance level. That's when you start looking at trading opportunity. For now, it is bound in a range. So you have to wait for a breakout. You don't just enter trade on emotions. Say it's buying, so buy. No. Where is the setup? Wait for price to break out above that zone. In fact, the clear thing to do is price, if it's going to be a buy, price will break out above this zone, come back to retest it before continuing. You have to wait for that retest. So it's not yet time to buy, sir. Wait for a breakout, a retest, then you now launch out. So that's if it's a buy. If it's a sell, wait for price to break the neckline. Your entry can be this Fibonacci 23, then you can enter a sell. So it's a swing setup. So it's not yet time to take a trade on BTC.
No, hello. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
No, something like I was saying, it's like it's trying to go break that resistance. Like if you check it on 1 hour, like are you on 1 hour?
I'm on 4 hour currently, but let me flip down
Like
to 1.
because I was on $11 loss before, and now it has retraced to $1 loss.
It's
So
still
like
far
trying to
away
go.
from that. You can see this my rectangle.
No,
You
it
can see that
depends on my
price,
entry though.
price is still far away from the top of that rectangle. So if you're already on the trade and it looks like it's going up, good for you. But please make sure you move your stop loss to lock in profit. I hope you get that, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we've come to the end of today's analysis. Please trade safe, practice proper risk management, and I really believe you're going to make a lot of tips this week. Just follow the guide as we give you. Make sure you use the weekly outlook. It's your guide. The primary purpose rather, is to help you to identify the trend. We said that the trend is your friend. Last week, the outlook was that the dollar was going bearish, and you saw that most of those instruments that are connected to the dollar, the one where the dollar is the base currency, they sold. And then this week, we're having a bullish outlook. So just use that as a guide to trade. And you can also follow the entries that we already put, carefully selected instruments, with entry levels, take profit levels. They are all in the PDF file. Make sure you use it to your advantage. That's a PDF file. Somebody used it last year and it flipped. When I say last year, I'm talking about last year, November. And it flipped his account 5 times within a week. So this is what is tested and trusted. Some of you have been on this platform for long. They know that since we started using this, it's been profit every week. We only had our first losing week. I'll be very transparent. We had our first losing week about 3 weeks ago. That's the first time we had a loss in a week since this material was being produced since around August last year. So we've had about almost 6 months straight of profit every week and just one losing week. So if you calculate like 6 months, 6 months will be about 24 weeks. So out of 24 weeks, you have just one loss. That's quite impressive. You understand? So please use it to your advantage so that you can make profit in the market this week.
Hello, Mr. Rotimi. Good morning.
Yes, ma. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, you are doing great. In fact, I've been along with this group. It's just that I've been eager to join. But now I think I'm ready. But I need you to throw more light where and how to deposit my money because, I really trust you guys and you guys are really doing a good work here. So I believe that if I move with you guys, I'll make a profit. So just direct me on what to do then. Be in touch.
All right. So as to save our time, you can just reach out to me on WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number through which I sent the link to this WhatsApp group. Give me a chat there. I'll respond to any question you have. I hope that's fine, sir. Okay, I can't hear him anymore. So if anyone that wants to fund, you don't know how to go about it, just send me a request. Chat me up on WhatsApp. I'll send you the necessary details you need for you to fund. And please do it fast. It's the beginning of a new week. It's good to make money, plan to make money right from the beginning of the week. So if you fund your account now, it means you can take advantage of all the trades that will happen in the course of the week. Okay, Mia's iPhone, I think I get your question now. I'm talking about the analysis I give, not the profit scanner. We just started the profit scanner recently. Though we've had it for like 2 years, it's been used. But then I'm talking about my own analysis using the weekly outlook. That's the one I mentioned.
Okay.
Profitable for like 6
your
months.
analysis has been fire. Like,
thank you, sir.
Whoever is on this group and is not making use of it is that's a tragedy. Awesome.
All right, sir. Thanks. You can also drop your review on your WhatsApp group. You enjoyed our platform, you made money, you enjoyed the signals. Drop a review for us on the WhatsApp group. Yes, sir.
Please, I would just like to text you after this analysis class.
Please go ahead and do that.
All right.
All right. Please enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a nice day.
You
Bye.
too, ma.
Thank you.
Bye.